If somebody has been stuck somewhere for too long, how can they move towards leadership role? Because I think sometimes when they have this long experience of being in the same role for too long, same company for too long, they just never got the time. Again, coming back to mothers who take time off or lose the years, or even lose big projects and stuff. How can they start to position themselves at this stage where they're like, okay, 10 years I couldn't grow, but now I'm ready, I want to make the switch? What would be your advice to that group of people?
Oh, okay. So a couple of things, and sorry, I'm excited because it's actually part of what I do, and I know it's part of what you do. So the first step, once again, I'm sorry, I'm going to sound like a broken record, is mindset. You need to start by telling yourself that you deserve it, that you have worked really hard. It doesn't matter how long it's been. It doesn't matter what your gaps are. It is possible. And I actually like to set the bar when people ask me, but Maya, at some point you're going to say it's impossible. I'm like, nope. The bar is very high. The bar is, if it does not defy the laws of physics, you can do it. So this is how I define what's possible and what's not possible for my clients. And by the end of my program, they all say it and believe it, which opens doors. So step number one, work on yourself. Make sure that you believe that it's possible. If you're struggling to do that, find a comparison that works for you. Find someone like you who maybe had to take some time off and has spent time with their kids, and they're coming back to work. Because if they did it, you can do it. And what we can see, we can't be. So we have to have some sort of reference. So I think on a mindset part, this is what I would do. Step number two is about having a strategy. Getting promoted, leveling up, it doesn't happen by mistake. It doesn't happen because there's a performance review. This is a misconception. It happens because you qualify yourself for the next level and other people can see it. So you need a strategy to go from where you are to where you want to go. And I'll give my $1 million advice that can change your entire career, and yet 95% of people don't do it. How you figure out what's missing and how to close the gap, you go and talk to people who have the job that you want to have. It is free, anyone can do it, and it will literally give you the step-by-step of what you need to do. And then you're going to start executing. And lastly, you need to learn how to sell yourself. You need to get comfortable with realizing that if you don't advocate for yourself, no one else will, okay? And selling yourself is not bragging. It's if you're not doing it, you're keeping yourself invisible, and no one wants that. So I would say mindset, having a clear strategy, executing, and then learning how to sell yourself. If you can do those three, and by the way, I have a client who came back from maternity leave and within a year got promoted, got a nice raise. And she actually did it while having 2 toddlers at home and building a new home. So it is possible with the right tools.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Another thing that comes to mind when you're talking about that, it's so spot on and so perfect, because that's kind of how I did it. I mean, that's how you do it. Like, I don't know any other way if you don't talk to the people, because it also gives you that industry insight, the company insight of like what's happening. Like, I mean, I would be on calls like every morning. I'd hit someone up, like, what's up in your plant, in your department, and like chat about things very casually and build that relationship. And you're right, nobody wants to do it. Like everybody just wants to be self-sufficient. And I think that's where you don't want to be self-sufficient. You actually need, because these are the same people who are going to be sponsors later, right?
Exactly, and open doors for you. And I believe that's even how we met. The first time we talked a few years back, and it's something that I now do with everything. I did it in corporate, I do it for my own business. It's the best shortcut in the world. Learn from people who have already made the mistakes so that they can tell you what to do and what not to do. But I think people are scared of reaching out to strangers on the internet. What are they going to think? Do they think I'm rude? What if no one responds to me? What if it doesn't work out? What if my company finds out? There are so many stories in our heads. And what I realized, because I've been on both ends of the spectrum, when someone reaches out to you, not about a job, not, hey, will you hire me? But they reach out and they say, I'm so inspired by your career. This one thing you did looks like something I want to do. Can I ask you a few questions about how you got here? For most people, that is a compliment. So they have no problem jumping on a call with you and sharing their journey. In fact, people really like talking about themselves. So it's not going to be everyone who says yes. People are busy and they have lives. But I have to tell you, in probably 15 years of doing this, the worst feedback I have ever gotten was, thank you, but I'm currently prioritizing family and I don't have time to jump on calls, but good luck. This is the worst feedback I ever got. I either got no response, which is okay, or people saying, sure, let's jump on a call. And then those calls completely changed my career and my life many times.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's so, so important. Networking, internal networking, networking with people. We just did a challenge inside the program, and I had the girls like send 5 messages every day for 7 days. I'm like, let's like get this out of the way. Like you're so scared of it, now you're
Amazing.
gonna do it for 7 days. And I've noticed there's something about 7 days that really gets people out of their comfort zone. And one of the persons not only got on 5 calls, and she had sent what, 25 messages, so 5 calls out of
Yeah, yeah.
25, and was invited to a networking event. And now she's like, Prasha, like I joined your program to get clarity if I can be a product manager. But just doing this particular exercise, I realized I am so much more than a product manager, and I can actually apply to the roles right away. I thought it was going to take a year, but apparently I already do everything these people are telling me to do.
Ah,
And I'm like, okay, my job's done. Good luck.
I